19th, Saturday. It's the final day of the USA Powerlifting National Championship Week. Today we are opening up with the Equipped Open Ladies. We've got two platforms going on today. On platform one is Sue Elwin, who is our oldest competitor. She's 74 years old and still meeting that qualifying total. She's lifting in the Equipped Open 47 kilo class. She's got 65 kilos on the bar. This is literally Sue's third competition in this past week alone. Sue already lifted on both Monday, Wednesday, and now she's lifting today on Saturday. She lifted in the Raw Masters Nationals, the Equipped Masters Nationals. Now today, Sue is lifting in the Equipped Open Nationals. On platform number 2, Emily St. Germain is going to be coming up. Emily is from Louisiana. Emily just competed most recently in the Collegiate Nationals down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. On the platform number 1, Jenna Weinstein is our next competitor. We've got 105 kilos on the bar. 231 pounds, and she is competing in the 57 kilo class. And we've got 3 white lights. We've already got 2 great lifts in. Emily St. Germain has completed her squat, and now Chloe Cooper is moving on to the platform at 165 kilos. We've got 10 lifters on platform number 2. We've got 2 weight classes. The 84 and the 84 kilo class will be lifting on platform number 2. Platform number 1, our first flight up, we have 11 lifters in the 47, 52, and 57 kilo class. The bar is ready for Natalie Dominguez. And Natalie is with the Midland University team from Nebraska. She's originally from Texas, Mertzen, Texas. She most recently took the Equipped Collegiate gold medal just 2.5 months ago. This is her first time as a 47, and she gets 3 white lights. Stephanie Kane is going to be the next lifter. We didn't catch what happened with Chloe. Stephanie K is our platform on platform number 2. She's in the 84 kilo class. 205 is on the bar. That's 451 pounds. She's set up. She's got the squat signal. Down. She's come back up. On platform number 1, Lindsay Siemens is on the platform. She's down. She's up. We've got 3 white lights on both platforms, so both of these ladies are on the board. Again, we have 10 lifters on platform 2, so that is going to go really quickly. On platform number 1, we have a total of 11 lifters in our first flight and then 10 lifters in our second flight, so we will have a little bit longer time on platform number 1. Sarah Roddick of Wisconsin is on platform number 2. She's set up with 207 kilos, 457. Caitlin Germanicki is on platform number 1. Sarah got a 2-to-1 decision, and she is successful with her opener. Caitlin in the 57 kilo class, opening with 155 kilos. That's 341 pounds. She's down, she's up. Caitlin gets a 2-to-1 decision as well. Camila Todd is our next lifter on platform number 2. Camila is actually coming back from a 17-year break. She only just came back 4 years ago after a 17-year break away from lifting. And one of the things that she wanted to do is she wanted to give a shout out to her, let me make sure I've got it correctly. It was the Wampus Warcat, it was the Wampus Cats powerlifting team. 3 white lights for Elma Lopez from Texas is on platform number 1. She set up strong with a 165, 363, squat signal, down, up. The bar's back in the rack. And 3 white lights for Elma. Lily Poso is on platform number 2. She's 22 years old. She lifted most recently. Lily just lifted in the Collegiate Nationals 2.5 months ago, took first. She's only been lifting for 9 years, and she's working on her masters right now. Platform number 1, we've got Catherine Kazabuski. She is lifting 175 kilos, 385 pounds. Lily is down, Lily is standing up. The bar is back in the rack for Lily. Cat is down and up. 3 white lights for Lily, 3 white lights for Cat. Both of them are on the board. Next up is going to be Kimberly Johnson. On platform number 1, Kimberly Johnson is our next lifter. She's opening with 180 kilos, 396. She's lifting in the 57 kilo class. On platform number 2, Chrissy Lamas. Christy is only 19 years old. She's lifting in the 84 plus class. She's opening with a 250 kilo squat. On platform number 1, Kimberly Johnson, opening with 180 or 396 at 57 kilos. Both lifters went down convincingly, came back up. So Christy got 3 white lights and Kim got a split decision of a 2-to-1, and it looked like it was the 1 red call was for depth on that side. On platform number 1, Jodelle Patino, and on platform number 2, Rebecca Holcomb. Jodelle is going for 182.5, 402. Becky is on platform number 2, 250 on her squat. Jodelle on platform number 1. Both lifters have the signal to squat. Jodelle is down first. She's back up. Becky down. Bar is back in the rack for Jodelle. With 3 white lights for Jodelle. And 3 white lights for Becky. All right, Skylee Sears is on platform number 1. Reigning world champion Natalie Hansen is on platform 2. Natalie is lifting in the 84 kilo class. Bar is loaded for both platforms. Natalie is at the back of the platform. Skylee is on the platform. Skylee is lifting in the A flight in the 57 kilo class. She lifts with the Midland University team as well. She's now living in Nebraska, but she is originally from Texas. Good lift for Skylee. Natalie Hansen on the platform. Platform 2. Solid setup with 255 kilos, 562 pounds in the 84 class, and just drops it in, buries it. There's no question that was good. 3 white lights. We're starting second attempts on platform number 1. Sue Elwin is going to be our next lifter. Now again, Sue already lifted twice this week already. She lifted in the Raw Masters Nationals on platform, and she took first place in the 52 kilo class. Then she dropped a weight class to the 47s and competed on Wednesday. Today she's back at the 47s. She's done a 30 kilo jump from her first to her second. On platform number 2, Bonica Brown. Good lift for Sue. Bonica is the reigning world champion and the reigning world record holder. She's opening up with 285 kilos, 628 pounds. On platform number 1 is Jenna Weinstein. Conservative 7.5 kilo jump and 3 white lights for Bonica on her opener. Jenna has 2 good lifts in, and we are starting second attempts on platform number 2 with Emily St. Germain. Lindsay Siemens is going to be our next lifter on platform number 1. Lindsay took a 5 kilo jump from her first to her second, from 127 to 132. Platform number 2, it's going to be Emily St. Germain with her second attempt. She's opening the flight. Emily did just complete recently at the Collegiate Nationals. Lindsay Siemens on platform number 1 in the 47 kilo class. Both lifters out of the racks, set up, squat signal. Both lifters, 3 white lights, so it is a white light board all the way across. Next up is going to be Chloe Cooper on platform 2. Chloe is choosing to repeat her opener at 165. And Natalie Dominguez has bumped up her second attempt by 20 kilos from 125 to 145. Chloe is in the 84 kilo class. Natalie is in the 47 kilo class. And again, this is Natalie's first time to compete as in the 47 kilo class. All right, let's see what the lights say for Chloe on this time. 3 white lights. Everybody is on the board. Natalie gets the squat signal. Coached by Tim Anderson. And it is turned down. Turned down due to depth, 2-1. 2 side referees gave a red light on that, and the card that they indicated was the red card, which indicates the lifter did not go to full depth according to the technical rules. Caitlin Mernicki is on the platform in the 57 kilo class. She's gone up by 7.5 kilos or 15 pounds from her first to her second. On platform 2, it's going to be Stephanie Kay. And Stephanie Kay has also gone up by 7.5 kilos, 15 pounds. She's currently forecast to be in the second place. in the 84 kilo class. And she's not able to come back to a locked position on that. So the spotters and loaders stepped in. Hardest working people, Caitlin on platform number 1, 57 kilo class. And it's a 2-to-1 decision with a no lift for Caitlin. The two side referees indicated that it was a no lift due to the red card, or she did not meet the requirement for the depth. The bar is loaded for Elma Lopez on platform 1. Sarah Roddick is on platform 2. Sarah bumped up by 7.5 kilos. She's now going to 215 on her second attempt, 473. Sarah is from Wisconsin. And that is a no lift for Sarah. All three referees indicated that it did not meet the requirement for depth. Elma Lopez on platform number 1, down, up, bars back in the rack, and she gets 3 white lights, indicating that is a good lift for her. Platform 2, we've got Camila Todd. Camila is a high school teacher, and she wants to give a shout out to her family and the Wampus Cat Powerlifters. Her second attempt, she bumped up by 17.5 kilos. She went from 490 to 523. Down, up. Three white lights for Camilla. On platform number 1, Catherine Kazabuski. She bumped up by 7.5 kilos, down, up. Kat is lifting in the 52 kilo class. She's been lifting for 16 years and she got 3 white lights. Kat has been to the national championship 12 times. And she's won the open twice. She's been on 2 different world teams, once in South Africa where while they were traveling, she met her husband on the airplane. They were married, and the next year at Nationals, they were a husband and wife. On platform 2, we've got Lily Poso. She bumped up by 10 kilos. She went from 245 to 255. She forecasts right now to be in 3rd place. Oh, good fight. She kept with it. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. So staying with that really paid off her. Good fight. Kimberly Johnson on platform number 1. She bumped up by 10 kilos. She's forecast in the 2nd position. Down, up. Big smile for Christy. 3 white lights for Christy. Sorry, 3 white lights for Kimberly Johnson. All right, we've got Christy Yamas on platform number 2. She went up by 7.5 kilos. She's gone to 257, 567, up from 551. She's got the signal. She goes down. She comes up. Bars back in the rack. Good lift with 3 white lights. Jodelle Patino on platform number 1. She went up by 10 kilos. Jodelle is with the Midland University team. And she has 3 white lights. Down and up so fast you didn't get a chance to see it. All right. Platform number 2, Becky Holcomb. She bumped up by 10 kilos to 260. She's forecast to be in the second place. Platform number 1, we've got Sky Lee Sears. And Sky Lee is originally from Texas, but she is lifting with the Midland University team, which just recently swept every national title at the Collegiate Nationals. Sky Lee has 3 white lights. Becky Holcomb on platform number 2. Down and up. Good lift for Becky. Up next is going to be on platform 1, Jenna Weinstein. And Jenna is opening our third attempts. Sue Elwin has elected to pass on her third, so we're going into where Jenna has elected to bump up by 5 kilos to 117.5. Down, up. And Jenna, by the way, she is lifting raw at the Equipped National Championship. Platform number 1, platform number 2, Natalie Hansen. Second attempt, 265, down, up. Elevate Barbell is the gym that she trains at. Wants to give a shout out to 3 white lights for Natalie's second attempt. Finishing out second attempts is going to be Bonica Brown. 295 kilos, 650 pounds. Platform number 1, Lindsay Siemens is on the platform. 135 for her third attempt. She went up by 2.5 kilos, pulling it down, up. She's forecast to be in the second place position. And 3 white lights, so she has 9 white lights for all of her squats. Up next is going to be Natalie Dominguez, and Natalie has elected to go up by another 10 kilos from her second to her third. The bar is ready for Natalie on the platform number 2, Bonica Brown, reigning world champion, both raw and equipped in powerlifting. Squat signal. Three white lights for Bonica. Bonica finishes out second attempts on platform number 2. They're going to be starting their third attempts in just a second. Natalie Dominguez is on platform number 1. Natalie started lifting as a high school freshman and then moved over to collegiate. She went up by 10 kilos. The bar is back in the rack. And it is a 2-to-1 decision in favor of Natalie, and so she finishes out with a 155. That moves Natalie into the first place position in the 47 kilo class. Caitlin Mernicki is our next lifter. She's gone up by 2.5 kilos. Caitlin is lifting in the 57 kilo class. She's currently forecast to be in the 4th place. Platform number 1, Emily St. Germain. She's bumped up by another 7.5 kilos. She's forecast to be 4th. Platform number 1, Caitlin down. Coming up, Emily down and up. Both of them putting it back in the rack at the same time. And 3 white lights for both at the same time. Platform number 1, Elma Lopez. The bar is loaded to 180 kilos. That's going to be 396 pounds for someone who weighs 52 kilos. That is basically about 112. So she has almost 400 pounds on her back and she weighs 112. Chloe Cooper is on platform number 2. She's got 172.5 kilos on the bar. That's 380 pounds. Not able to finish it out, but she is credited with 165. She's on the board. And Elma's call, 3 white lights. Elma has gotten 3 white lights, total of 9 for all of her squats, all the way across the board now. All right, Stephanie Kay, is the bar is loaded to 212. She's repeating her second attempt for her third. Kat Kasabuski has gone up an extra 5 kilos. Kat is also lifting in the 52 kilo class. That's about 113 pounds. And she has 413 pounds on her back when she comes out for that squat. From the time that the bar is called ready until the time that the lifter gets the signal to squat, they only have 1 minute. So as soon as that bar is ready, the lifters like to be out there quickly. Now, Stephanie only has 10 seconds left to get the signal. She's out of the rack. She's setting up. Kat has the signal. She's going down. Stephanie has gotten the signal with only 2 seconds left. The bar did not come back up. Kat Kazabuski had 3 white lights. And Stephanie, the spotters and loaders stepped in and helped her for her safety to return the bar to the rack. Kimberly Johnson moving up 7.5 kilos to 197.5, 535 pounds. And she weighed in roughly 125. Let me say those numbers again. She weighed in roughly 125, and she's got 435 pounds on her back. Sarah Roddick over on platform 2 is choosing to repeat her second, 215. Sarah's originally from Wisconsin, still is. She's got 473 on her back. The bar is back in the rack for Sarah. And it is a 2-to-1 decision that the referees feel that she did not meet the depth requirement. Kimberly, squat signal, down. Finishing it up. Kimberly is quite a seasoned and experienced professional starting in high school, and she has 3 white lights. So, she has a split decision. Kimberly has 3 good lifts on the board for squat. Moving over to Lily. On platform 2, she's elected to go up by only 2.5 kilos. Lily is forecast right now in the 3rd place. She'd like to do a shout out to her stepdad Jack back home. She's a member of the Louisiana Tech powerlifting team. Go Dogs! She wants to say hi also to the Ash powerlifting coach, Dwayne Urbina. Platform number 1, we've got Skylee Sears. She's got 200 kilos, 440 pounds on her back. Weighing in at a body weight of about 125. Finishing it out, she's lifting with the Midland University team. And it is a split decision in her favor. It is a good lift. Jo Del Patino is coming up on platform number 1. She's asked for 200 kilos also. She's going to finish out the last of our A flight. Squat signal for Jo Del. She's down, she's up. You can see Coach Tim Anderson from Midland University back in the back. Split decision, and it's a good lift for Jo Del. On platform number 2, Camila Todd. Down and up, and the lift is 3 white lights for Camila. Camila she is now a 4-time national champion or competitor. She started off playing college softball, and she's a high school teacher now. And again, she wants to do a shout out to her Wampus Cat powerlifters back home. The bar is ready for Christy Yamas on platform 2 for her 3rd attempt, 265 kilos. 584 pounds. We're moving into flight B. With Adriana Walrota. She only started 5 years ago when she was in high school in Racine. She's studying nursing at the University of Wisconsin in Parkside. Wants to give a shout out to her mom and dad on platform number 2, Christy, 265 kilos, 584, fighting it. She's also with the Midland University team that just did a very strong showing at Collegiate Nationals. She has 3 white lights. So Christy has 3 good squats. Up next is going to be Rebecca Holcomb. She's bumped up 7.5 kilos, 15 pounds. Becky is called for 500, we'll call it a 590. Seriously, 589.5, we'll just call it 590. On platform number 1, Megan Rosenwald. Megan started lifting in 2016 and went over and started equipped lifting in 2018. And the bar is back in the rack. And it's 3 white lights for Megan. She's on the board. Now, Megan is actually also a 2nd-degree black belt in Taekwondo and also played tennis when she was in high school. So we have quite a diverse athletic background with our powerlifters. Becky Holcomb on platform number 1, on platform number 2, finishing out her 3rd attempt squat with 267.5 kilos, 590 pounds. Forecast in 2nd place, and she has 3 white lights. Platform number 1 is Billy Dennison. Billy Dennison hails from Alaska. She is the Alaska State Chair. She's down, she's up, she's opening with 165 kilos. And it's a 2-to-1 decision. The side referee indicated that maybe they would like to see it a little bit deeper, that she didn't meet the standard. Platform number 2, we're loading the bar to 270 kilos, 595 pounds, for reigning world champion Natalie Hansen. Natalie started just 9 years ago in 2012. She did volleyball and CrossFit. She found powerlifting when she was doing CrossFit. She left CrossFit behind and stayed with powerlifting, and we're the better for it. Platform number 1, we've got Lisa Hogan. Down and up. 180, and that is a good lift with a split decision for Lisa. Lisa's originally from Wisconsin. They had high school powerlifting, and then they cut it with the budget cuts, so she didn't get to do it in high school, but that's how she was introduced to it. She's a she's a manufacturing engineer over in Oregon at this time. Next up, Platform 1, Patricia Sutherland from Mississippi. Down, up, being coached by Jeff Douglas. That's an opener of 180 kilos at 63 kilo class. And it is a good lift for her. There are 4 lifters in the 63 kilo class. Bonica Brown has called for 305 kilos on platform number 1. Platform number 2. Sofia Vieras is on platform number 1. She's out of Connecticut. She's got 185 kilos on the bar. Okay, so Bonica had called for 305 kilos, and she let the time run out, which is kind of a courtesy that we sometimes do for our fellow competitors when you have a small flight. In the meantime, Sophia had a very good lift, 3 white lights, and we're going to be moving to Jerry Fredrickson on platform number 1. On platform number 2, they're going to be setting up the bench, and then they will take a 20-minute break. So we will see platform 2 is taking a break for a short time. Platform number 1, Jerry Fredrickson, is on the platform, opening with 200 kilos, 440 pounds in the 76 kilo class. That was down and up. And 3 white lights. So Jerry says that her mom encouraged her to try powerlifting, and from Wisconsin, with its strong high school powerlifting team, she fell in love with powerlifting, and now during training. So she's been to the high school nationals 4 times. She's won the collegiates. She's gone to collegiates twice, and she's won the gold. Platform number 1 is Chloe Dublin. Chloe's originally from Indiana. She's lifting with the Midland University team. She started lifting in 2015. Chloe's on the platform, opening with 205 kilos. She's currently forecast to be in first place. She just competed at the Collegiate Nationals and took gold there. So that is a good lift, 3 white lights for Chloe. So Chloe, I asked her, how did she get into powerlifting? And it was one of the stories you just don't expect to hear. She said she got into weightlifting because she wanted to take PE. And her good friend signed up for weights. Well, she didn't want to be in the PE class by herself, so she signed up for weightlifting with her friend at high school. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how this young lady, who went to the Arnold when she was 16, got into powerlifting, because she didn't want to take a PE class by herself and went with her friend to PE. I did get her permission to share that story, so we're all good with that. But the fact that she signed up for weights in high school and now is one of the premier lifters is just not one of the ways that it's a multiple way that you get in there. So we've got Taylor LaChapelle, who is our next lifter on platform number 1. Taylor's been lifting for 10 years. It was a 2-to-1 decision for Taylor, opening at 220 kilos, and she weighed in at 60.02. So she's in the 63 kilo class. She is in the first place at this time. And Taylor started powerlifting when she was in the 7th grade. She's a 9-time world champion. I'm sorry. She's been to nationals. And she's got 9 gold medals to show for it. She wants to do a shout out to her coach, Brian Shekels of high school, who's still guiding her today. All her grandparents, families, and members, and family members that are watching at home. On the platform now is Kelsey McCarthy. Kelsey originally started lifting when she was at the Northeast University. She's the reigning world champion. Handled that 235 kilo squat, 518, with absolute confidence. And Kelsey just finished out our first attempts. Bar is ready now. Adriana Warota. Adriana hails from Wisconsin, studying nursing at the University of Wisconsin at Parkside. Down, up. Adriana locks it out, gets the rack signal. And it is a no lift. The referees indicated that they think that she needs to go a little bit lower. Bar is ready now. Megan Rosenwald, she's gone up by 2.5 kilos on her squat. She's lifting in the new 76 kilo class. The 69 kilo class and the 76 kilo class have been received very well by the lifters. Megan's on the platform. Squat signal. Wow, great speed. And again, and it is a good lift with the 3 white lights. All right, up next is going to be Billy Dennison, the Alaska State Chair. And Billy got into powerlifting when she tried CrossFit, but she liked lifting heavy things, but not CrossFit. So CrossFit has been an important avenue for a lot of people to get into. She is a national referee, and she is working towards her IPF referee status. She's been on the NAPF team, going to the NAPF regionals. Down and up. And it is a split decision, but a good lift. We have 5 lifters in the 76 kilo class. And when we originally set up this competition, we were also limited by COVID on the number of lifters that could come and compete. So we do not have a tremendous number in the open division because of the COVID limitations still playing a big role in our limitations. Lisa Hogan on the platform, down and up. She had took a 10 kilo jump. She's lifting in the 63 kilo class, and she got 3 white lights. Up next is going to be Trish Sutherland, who started lifting just 7 years ago in 2014. During those 7 years, she's been to nationals 6 times. She's working on her dissertation, her PhD dissertation in criminal justice, and she's only 1 year away from finishing. She'd like to give a shout out to RevFit Jim and her coach, Jeff Douglas. On the bar, 190 kilos. That's 418 pounds. Competing in the 63 kilo class, or 139 pounds. Good lift with a split decision. Up next is going to be 63 kilo class lifter Sofia Vieras from Connecticut. She is currently forecast in the 3rd place. She's bumped up by 10 kilos from 185, 407 to 195, 429. We're still 14 minutes away from starting bench press on platform number 2. We're on 2nd attempts for our flight B on platform 1, 63 kilo class, 69 kilo class, 76 kilo class. Pushing up, Sophia gets the signal to rack. 3 white lights, she's on the board. I'd like to take a moment and do a shout out to our incredible sponsors. We've got Renaissance Periodization for nutrition, SBD for your gear needs, A7 for your gear needs, Team Roar, Josh Roar out of Georgia. We've got 110%. Rogue Equipment, Stark Performance for licensed massage, and SSP Nutrition. Thank you to all of our sponsors for helping the USA Powerlifting Nationals become a reality. On the platform, Jerry Fredrickson. She bumped up her 2nd attempt to 210 kilos, down and up. 3 white lights. And while they're setting the bar for Chloe, wanted to share with you, Jerry says that her mom was the one who encouraged her to take up powerlifting. And so she wants to do a special shout out to her parents, especially to her mom, for introducing her to powerlifting. She had played softball for 6 years, and she was a 3rd base and the catcher until she was a senior. But she fell in love with powerlifting, and now she works with a trainer. On the platform, Chloe Dublin. Chloe is originally from Indiana. She started in 2015. She's been to Raw Nationals 5 times, the Collegiate Nationals 3 times as a Raw lifter. And we're waiting on the lights. It is a no lift. The 2 side referees said that gave a red card, so it says that we did not get deep enough. So Chloe, at 17, has been to the Arnold Sports Festival in Columbus, Ohio 4 times. She's been on the sub-junior team twice, the junior team twice, and she was on the open team up until the time that it was time that COVID shut it down. Up next, Taylor LaChapelle in the 63 kilo class. She's bumped up her 1st to her 2nd by 7.5 kilos. Taylor's been powerlifting for 10 years. She's taken 9 golds at nationals. She's from Wisconsin. She's got a bachelor's degree in exercise science, and she's a recent graduate of University of Wisconsin from La Crosse. This is her first meet as a 63. She's down, she's up, gets the rack signal. Now we wait for the signal. And 3 white lights, and she is cementing that. She is cementing her first place position. Up next is going to be Kelsey McCarthy, and Kelsey is lifting in the 69 kilo class. Kelsey is called for 249, which is because it is not a multiple of 2.5. We know instantly that this is an American record. So Kelsey currently holds this American record. In the 76 kilo class, but we're resetting it. Okay, so let's have some fun here. The current holder, Priscilla Ribic, holds this record currently in the 69 kilo class at 248 kilos, and Kelsey is bumping it up by a full pound. I'm sorry, a full kilo. We're just going to stop and watch. And 3 white lights. We have a new American record with Kelsey. On the platform. Oh, that was a replay of Kelsey's new American record. She's being coached by Mike Zawalinski, and Kelsey started at Northeast University as a collegiate lifter. On platform number 1, Adriana Huerta. She's bumped up by 2.5 kilos. And we still have 10 minutes before we start on platform number 2 with bench press. Adriana is opening up our 3rd attempt on squat, 152.5. Down and up. And the lift is, it is not a good lift. This is a no lift with 3 red lights. But she is credited for 140 kilos on her opener of 308. Platform number 1, Megan Rosenwald on the platform. She's bumped up her 3rd attempt by 5 kilos from 160 to 165. Down. And the spotters and loaders, who are the hardest working guys at the meet, stepped in to assist with that. Billy Dennison is going to be the next lifter. Billy's chosen to bump up her 3rd attempt by 10 kilos from 180, 396 to 190, 418. And she is lifting in the 76 kilo class, basically about 165 pounds. Billy's the Alaska State Chair. She stood up with the bar, then she's moving back. Set up. The spotters and loaders stepped in to assist her for her safety. We're 5.5 minutes away from starting on platform number 2 with bench press. Lisa Hogan is next up on platform number 1. She's bumped her third attempt up by 5 kilos from 190 to 195. And it is turned down. Lisa does get credit, though, for her second attempt. All right, up next is going to be Patricia Sutherland. Patricia's out of Mississippi. She's chosen to bump up hers as well. She's forecast to be in the second place position in the 63 kilo class. We've got 5 lifters in the 53 kilo class. 4 lifters in the 53. Spotters and loaders stepped in for her safety. The bar is ready for Sophia Vieras of Connecticut on platform number 1. She's been successful for squat 1, squat 2. She's chosen to bump up by 7.5 kilos to 202.5 to 446, lifting in the 63 kilo class, weighing less than 139. Sophia gets the squat signal. She goes down. She comes back up. Let's see what the... And it is a good lift with a split decision. Up next is going to be Jerry Fredrickson, platform number 1, finishing out her third attempt. She's gone up by also 7.5 kilos. And squat signal. Down she goes, comes back up. And 3 wide lights. So Jerry goes 3 for 3 on her squats with 217.5 kilos. All right, Chloe Doolin has elected to go up by 2.5 kilos for her third attempt at 220. This is 485 pounds. She's competing in the 76 kilo class. That's we'll just call it a gentleman's 166. 220 on the bar. Down, up. And she is successful with that with 3 white lights. We are a little over a minute and a half and starting on bench press on platform number 2. At this time, I'd like to really quickly give a shout out to our sponsors, Renaissance Periodization. Check them out for all your nutrition needs. SBD for gear, for knee sleeves. A7, check them out for your gear, for your lifting on the platform gear. Team Roar for your programming and training needs. 110%. Rogue for all of their fitness equipment. Stark Performance Massage and SSP Nutrition. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors for helping to make this a successful national championship, returning from last year when we did not have one due to COVID. Taylor LaChapelle on platform number 1. She's in first place in the equipped open 63 kilo class. She's fighting it out. She's not giving up. She's not giving up. She's continuing on. 232.5. Let's see what these referees say. 3 white lights for Taylor. Way to stay with it. Way to stay with it. Way to stay with that. We're going to be starting bench press on platform number 2 in just a moment. We are one lifter away from finishing out squats on platform number 1. Kelsey McCarthy is closing out the squats on platform number 1. She's lifting in the 69 kilo class, one of the 2 new weight classes that has been so well received by the female athletes. 254.5 kilos on the bar. Remember, she set a new record on her second. On platform 2, Chloe Cooper. 87.5 on her opener. And we're waiting to find out if, and it was a no lift. The spotters and loaders stepped in for her safety. Kelsey McCarthy on the platform. Platform number 1. Now she owns records in the 76 kilo class as well, so this is a new weight class for her. She went down, she set a new American record of 249 on her second, and she's set it again at 254.5 on her third. Ladies and gentlemen, platform number 1 is wrapped up with their squats. We're going to set the bar for bench, and they're going to take a 10-minute break. Platform number 2, Emily St. Germain from Louisiana is on the bar, is on the platform for her squat. The bar goes down, comes up. For those of you that are not familiar with the rules on powerlifting, the lifter goes, the bar is called ready. The lifter goes on the platform. They have 1 minute in which to get the start signal from the chief referee. And the side referees must put their hands down, indicating that the feet are flat on the floor, the buttocks, the shoulders, and the head are all in contact with the bench, and that the arms are locked straight with the elbows locked straight. Once the side referees put their hands down and there is a 2-to-1 decision that the lifter is in the position to start the lift, the chief referee will give the signal to start. At that time, the lifter brings the bar to their chest, holds it, and when it is visibly motionless, the chief referee will say, press. The lifter then pushes the 74 years old. So ladies and gentlemen, powerlifting, a sport for all ages and all weight classes. Emily St. Germain, bench press. Platform 2, handled that with really good control. 3 white lights. Sue Elwin, 47 kilo class, platform number 1, 74 pounds, and she gets that with 32. Camila Todd is going to be up next on platform number 2. She's elected to bump up by 10 kilos to 132.5 kilos. So she's gone to 292 from 270. She is a high school teacher, ended up taking a 17-year break, and then came back. She's been going to nationals ever since. Lindsay Siemens is on platform number 2, on platform number 1. She's opening with 62.5 kilos. And Lindsay is in the 57 kilo class. I'm sorry, the 47 kilo class. Camila just blows that bar up. Lindsay pulling the bar down to her chest. Gets the press signal, full extension. Camila got a good lift. Lindsay got 3 white lights as well. They're both on the board. Platform number 1, we've got Jenna Weinstein lifting raw. Opening with 3 white lights. Platform number 2, Christy Yamas. Christy had elected to bump up by 10 kilos. She went from 132 to 142, and 3 white lights is what she has, which is excellent. You're going to start to see, ladies and gentlemen, that there's a subtotal that's starting to be built on the display. The subtotal is built with your best. You have 3 attempts in squat, 3 attempts in bench press, 3 attempts in deadlift. And we take the best of the squat and bench press, combine them together for your subtotal, and then we take your best deadlift, add it to the subtotal and the best total. So our athletes are in the open division. It's all ages, but they're competing based on weight classes. So we have the 84 kilo class and the 84 plus on platform 2. Lily Poso is on platform number 2 on the bench press. She's got the signal to press. She's working to push it out, working to push it out, working to push it out. And it just stalled out for her safety. The chief referee has told the referees, the spotters and loaders, to finish it. It is a no lift. Platform number 1, Natalie Dominguez, it was a no lift. The bar is loaded for Catherine Kazabuski on platform number 1 and for Stephanie Kay on platform number 2. Kat is opening with 85 kilos or 187 pounds, and she is lifting in the 52 kilo class. Stephanie is lifting in the 84 kilo class. She's repeating her opening attempt at 160. Kat Kazabuski, platform 1. Kat finished out her lift. Oh, Stephanie was working really hard and was not able to come up. The spotters and loaders had to step in. Kat got her lift with a 2-to-1 decision. Unfortunately, Stephanie did not, because the spotters and loaders stepped in for her safety. The bar is ready on platform 1 for Caitlin Mernicki, she's opening with 85 kilos. She is lifting in the 57 kilo class. And on platform number 2, Sarah Roddick is repeating her opener of 162.5 kilos. She's lifting in the 84 kilo class. Sarah handled that really easily. Let's wait for those lights. 2-1 decision. Sarah is on the board. Okay, Caitlin gets the signal to press. 3 white lights for Caitlin. She's on the board. Up on next on platform 2 is going to be Rebecca Holcomb, lifting in the 84 plus class. She's elected to bump up by 10 kilos to 180. She's forecast in the 2nd position in the 84 plus class. Skylee Sears is our lifter on platform number 1, opening at 97.5 kilos, which is 214 pounds at the 57 kilo class, or just barely 125. So she weighs 125 and she's benching 215. Becky Holcomb on platform number 2. Split decision for Skylee. And 3 white lights for Rebecca. Okay, Natalie Hansen is called for a repeat of that American record of 201. Remember, she already owns this record at 195. She wants this at 201. This is an increase of 6.5 kilos. Elma Lopez, opening attempt, 100 kilos, 220 pounds on platform number 1. And Elma is lifting in the 52 kilo class. Working to lock those elbows. Gets the rack signal. So all 3 referees gave the blue card when they gave a red saying that it was a no lift. They gave a blue card, and the blue card is if the bar goes down or it does not, the elbows do not get locked out completely. Platform number 2, American record attempt. Natalie Hansen pushing it out, pushing it out. The chief referee has asked the spotters and loaders to step in to assist for her safety. Kimberly Johnson on the platform. Kimberly is lifting in the 57 kilo class. And presses it out. Kimberly actually already owns the American record in this weight class. 3 white lights for Kimberly. Our final lifter in the A flight is going to be Jodelle Patino. She's opening 127.5 kilos. Okay, Bonica has called for 210. She let 142.5 time out. And now 210 is on the bar. She's only 10 kilos away from her American record at this time. Jodelle, platform number 1. 127.5, 281 pounds, lifting in the 57 kilo class. Spotters and loaders stepped in to help Jodelle. Spotters and loaders stepped in to help Bonica. We're moving on to second attempts on platform number 1. We're moving on to third attempts on platform number 2. Sue Elwin, lifting in the 47 kilo class, And if you reverse those numbers, it's her age. She's 74 years old this year. She's doing 42.5 kilos at the Equipped Open Nationals. She is such a good lifter, she can still meet the qualifying total. Chloe Cooper, platform number 1. Chloe Cooper, platform number 2. She's elected to repeat her second attempt. And it was a good lift for Sue. The bar is loaded for Lindsay Siemens on platform number 1. She's gone up by 5 kilos. Chloe Cooper needs this lift to achieve a total. You have to have at least one good squat, one good bench, one good deadlift. So unfortunately, Chloe has not achieved a successful bench. She will not have a total, but she can continue with the deadlift. On platform number 1, Lindsay Siemens, 5 kilo bump from 62 to 67.5 kilos. Lindsay is lifting in the 47 kilo class. And it is 3 red lights with the 3 referees giving a blue card, which means that the bar either went down or she was not able to successfully lock her elbows at the end of the lift. On the platform, Jenna Weinstein, she is lifting, she's our only raw competitor at the Equipped Nationals. She has 67.5 kilos, 145 pounds, 148 pounds on the bar. Platform number 2, Emily St. Germain, 107.5 kilos, and that is 236, and it was a good decision, 2-1. So Jenna was good with her lift, and up next is going to be Natalie Dominguez. Natalie has chosen to repeat her opener. Camila Todd is going to be on platform number 2. Camila has bumped up her bench from 132 to 145. So she has taken a 12.5 kilo increase. Natalie is lifting in the 47 kilo class. And she just competed at the Collegiate Nationals in Baton Rouge, Louisiana 2.5 months ago. And that looked pretty definitive that she was locking out. And 3 white lights. Natalie is on the board. Camila is bringing the bar started to drift towards her face. Spotters and loaders, for her safety, stepped in to assist. Up next is going to be Christy Yamas. She has bumped up by 7.5 kilos from 142.5 on platform number 2. We are midway through third on platform number 2. Catherine Kazabuski on platform number 1. She took a 2.5 kilo jump. She's lifting in the 52 kilo class. The bar comes out. Start signal. She's bringing the bar down. Press. And she gets the rack signal. And it was a 2-1 decision with one referee giving the yellow card. Christy down, up with 150. That's 330 pounds. 3 white lights across the board. Platform number 1, we've got Elma Lopez is up next. She's repeating her opener. "100 kilos on the bar, 220 pounds, and Lily Poso is on platform number 2. She's repeating her second attempt. Lily is in the 52 kilo class. I'm sorry, Elma is in the 52 kilo class. That looked pretty solid. Three white lights for Elma. Lily is on platform 2, working hard, struggling, working hard. The spotters and loaders stepped in to assist, and it was a no lift. Up next is going to be Stephanie Kay. Stephanie is from Wisconsin. Stephanie is choosing to repeat her second attempt. Caitlin Mernicki on platform number 1. She bumped up by 5 kilos from 95 to 100. And it's a good lift for it's a good lift for Stephanie. It was a good lift for Caitlin. Stephanie Kay on platform number 2 was not successful with that. She will not be able to achieve a total. You have to have at least one good bench press, but she can continue on with the deadlift. So again, Caitlin Mernicki was successful going for her 100 kilo bench press on her second. Skylee Sears is on the platform now. Skylee gets the rack signal, and it was a split decision with one referee saying that the bar went down or did not get locked out with the blue card. Sarah Roddick, platform number 2, 170 kilos, and it is a no lift with the 2 side referees giving the yellow card. All right. We are 3 lifts away from finishing bench press on platform number 2. We are finishing up the second attempts on platform number 1. Jodelle Patino on platform number 1, 57 kilo class, repeating her opener at 127.5. Rebecca Holcomb, platform number 2, 187.5. And Jodelle has got the rack signal. Press that out with convincing, and she is on the board with 3 white lights. Kimberly Johnson is going to be up next on the 57 kilo class. She owns the American record in the 57 kilo class. Becky Holcomb, platform 2. She's got the bar to her chest. Back in the rack, 187.5 with 3 white lights. We have 2 remaining bench presses on platform number 2. Next up is going to be Natalie Hansen with 201.5, an American record attempt. She owns this American record at 195. Platform number 1, Kimberly Johnson, 57 kilos. She's in second place. Elbows are locked out. Kimberly owns the American record in the weight class. She has 3 white lights. And Kimberly finishes out our second attempts. We are now moving to third attempt bench press on platform 1. We have 2 bench presses left on platform number 2. On the platform number 2 is Natalie Hansen in the 84 kilo class, reigning world champion, going for an American record of 201.5. Platform number 1 is Sue Elwin, 45 kilos. Natalie, the spotters and loaders were instructed by the chief referee to step in for the lifter's safety. Natalie will not be achieving a total. She can continue with the deadlift. Bonica Brown is finishing our bench presses on platform number 2. She's choosing to repeat her second attempt of 210 kilos. Lindsay Siemens on platform number 1 in the 47 kilo class is also choosing to repeat her second attempt of 67.5 kilos. That's 148.75 pounds. 210 for Bonica. This is 462. Good lift for Lindsay. Good lift for Bonica. So Bonica finishes her bench press with 210 kilos. She is in the first place for the 84 plus class at this time. She does own those world records. Jenna Weinstein, our raw lifter, and you'll notice that she's got a narrow grip on the bar. She does not have her hands super wide. Not all the way out to the 81 centimeters. She's fighting it, working hard. Spotters and loaders step in for her safety. We're on third attempts on platform number 1. Third attempts on bench press. We have the 47 kilo class, the 52 kilo class, and the 57 kilo class on platform number 1. The 84 kilo class and the 84 kilo class are on platform number 2. Once the bar is set for the deadlift, then they will set a 20-minute clock, and there will be a 20-minute break for platform number 2. Meanwhile, platform number 1 continues with our bench press. Catherine Kasabuski is on the platform. She's elected to go up another conservative 2.5 kilos. She's been lifting for 16 years. She's been to nationals twice, she's been to nationals 12 times, and she's won twice. She met her husband when they were both on the world team going to South Africa. Start command. Press command. Rack command. Those are the 3 commands in bench press. It is a good lift with a split decision. One side referee gave the yellow card, which could be for lifting the head, lifting the buttocks, not waiting for commands, moving the feet. There are many different reasons why the yellow card is given. So we can just simply only say the yellow card was given. Next up is going to be Natalie Dominguez, and Natalie is competing in the 47 kilo class. She's currently in first place. She's working to cement this. $95.5 kilos on the bar. She's choosing to bump up this American record by half a kilo. Bars out. Oh my goodness, that was really nice. Now waiting for those lights, 3 white lights, a new American record for Natalie, and she is cementing that first place. You've got a replay on this. Here we go, from a different angle. Natalie is on the platform. And you just can't hide that kind of excitement. Caitlin Mernicki on the platform. She's gone up conservative from 100 to 102.5 kilos. She's been successful. She finished out her squats with 165 kilos. Again, remember your head, buttocks, and shoulders must be in contact with the bench at all times. Your feet must be flat on the floor. She's working really hard, working really hard. Unfortunately, that was a no lift. For her safety, the spotters and loaders stepped in to assist. We have 4 bench presses left for this flight, and then we will move into the B flight. We have 10 lifters. 10 lifters in the first flight and 10 lifters in the second. The 20-minute break between bench press and deadlift has started for platform number 2. When you only have 1 flight, it is a 20-minute break. When you have 2 flights or more, it is a 10-minute break. On the platform, Skylee Sears pushing hard at 105 for her safety. The spotters and loaders stepped in. She is credited with 102.5 kilos. That's 225. All right, on the platform, Elma Lopez, 107.5. That was a 7.5 kilo jump for 15 pounds, 3 white lights, way to finish out bench press. Nice and strong. Bar is ready now, Joe Del Patino. Originally from Texas, then went to Midland University. She's lifting 132.5. It's going to come down for a battle on this. Jodell, 132.5. The chief referee says to the spotters to please take it for the lifter's safety. She is credited with 127.5. She is currently in the second place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 143. Next up on the bar for Kimberly Johnson. Yeah, no, it is not a multiple of 2.5, which means that it's an American record. Kimberly does own this American record at 142.5, so she is doing the minimum chip. It is a 0.5 increase, so 143 kilos for Kimberly. Finishing up, this is the last bench press for A flight, and then we will move into B flight. Kimberly is 27 years old and part of the Johnson family that has come to nationals and been a strong presence for many, many years. I think her smile says everything. Let's just wait to see those white lights to confirm it. 3 white lights. Let's get a replay on this from a different angle. Here we go. Start command. And the rack command. A new American record. We had 2 American records set in that flight. Natalie Dominguez with 95.5 and Kimberly Johnson breaking her own of 142.5 and bumping it up to 143. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving into the B flight. which is going to be our 63, 69, and 76 kilo weight class. And in the meantime, we do still have 15 minutes on platform 2 before we start deadlifting with platform 2. Billy Dennison is going to be leading off our second attempt, our openers, for B flight. She's opening with 50 kilos. The clock has not started yet. We're having to do some minor adjustments to the equipment at this time. So in the meantime, let's just review and refresh a couple of things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is welcome to the USA Powerlifting Nationals Week. We started off with the Raw Masters Nationals. Then we followed up with the Equipped Masters Nationals. We had our youth lifting on both Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, we went into our bench press. Thursday, we had our Raw Open, and we had bench press again yesterday. And today, we are doing our Equipped Open. We have had a full week of outstanding lifting. We'd love to do a shout out also to our sponsors, Renaissance Periodization, SBD, A7, Team Roar, 110%, 110%, Rogue, Stark Performance Massage, and SSP. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you all so much for your support of drug-free powerlifting with USA Powerlifting. Billy Dennison on the platform. They have to adjust the plates, the blocks that are underneath her feet so that her feet can remain flat on the floor. Chief referee gives a signal to start. She brings the bar to her chest, waits for press. And 3 white lights, so Billy is successful with her opening bench press of 50 kilos. Up next is going to be Adriana Walrota. She only started 5 years ago when she was in high school in Racine. She's going to be a junior this year. She's studying nursing at University of Wisconsin at Parkside. She wants to give a shout out to her parents, to her mom and dad. Press signal, rack, the spotters and loaders, the hardest working guys. We have 2 crews, one from the University of Pittsburgh and one from TSS, Texas Strength Systems, who've come all the way up from San Antonio, Texas, or from Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, the best spotting and crew ever. They have been so encouraging of every single lifter. They have been so quick with the weight changes. They work like a well-oiled pit crew. One person's taking the weights off, another one's putting them on. Another person, the third and fourth, they're changing the weights, and they are ready in record time. An outstanding spotting and loading team. On the platform now is Lisa Hogan. She's got the start signal, press signal. She's working hard to finish it up, working hard to finish it up. And it was a good decision with a split decision with one referee giving the blue card. And again, the blue card indicates that the bar either went down or they did not fully lock their elbows straight. Up next is going to be Megan Rosenwald. Megan is lifting in the 76 kilo class. She was successful with 160 on her bench press. I'm sorry, on her squat. She's got 95 for her opener on bench. She's opening with 210 pounds. Gets the rack signal to put it back. And it is a successful lift for Lisa. She is on the board. Up next is going to be Jerry Fredrickson. Again, the signals are start, press, rack. The lifter must have their head, their shoulders, and their buttocks in full contact with the bench, and their feet must be flat on the floor. And Jerry puts it back in the rack. We're waiting for the referees. 3 wide lights. The bar is ready for Sophia Vieras, who is from Connecticut. Sophia is lifting in the 63 kilo class, and she came in with the second highest of the qualifying totals. She is forecast in second position at this time. Sophia was successful with 202.5 kilos. Again, lifting in the 63 kilo class are 139. Opening with 112, that's 248. Well, that was pretty darn fast on being able to press it back up to the ceiling, so she is on board with 112.5. Up next is going to be Trish Sutherland. Trish is finishing up. She is about a year away from finishing her PhD in criminal justice. She's working on the dissertation now. She wants to give a shout out to RevFit Jim and her coach, Jeff Douglas. She only started powerlifting 7 years ago, and she's been to nationals 6 times. Opening up with 125 kilos, 275 pounds in the 63 kilo class. It was a no lift. Up next is going to be Taylor LaChapelle. Also lifting in the 63 kilo class. She's forecast in the first place. Opening up with 132.5 kilos. And locks that out. 3 wide lights for Taylor. On the platform, Chloe Dublin. Chloe just won gold at the Collegiate Nationals 2.5 months ago, and she has been one of the youngest competitors ever invited to compete at the Arnold Sports Festival. 3 wide lights. Chloe is now living in Nebraska, lifting with the Midland University team. We're finishing up with Kelsey McCarthy at 175 kilos, 385 pounds. Kelsey is lifting in the 69 kilo class, and she is setting a new American record. This is 20 kilos over the American record in the 69 kilo class right now. Spotters and loaders stepped in for her safety. We are just under 4 minutes away from starting deadlift on platform number 2. Adriana Huerta on platform number 1. She's bumped up by 5 kilos to 75 kilos. That's 165 pounds. She's lifting in the 76 kilo class, which is only 167.5. Start signal. And we are now waiting for the lights, and 3 white lights for Adriana. She's successful on her first and her second bench. Up next is going to be Megan Rosenwald. Megan's elected to do a conservative 2.5 kilo increase from 95 to 97.5. She also is lifting in the 76 kilo class. All right, Megan has got the start signal. Press signal. Rack signal. And she gets 3 wide lights on that. She is successful on her second attempt. Next up is going to be Lisa Hogan. Lisa is our manufacturing engineer. Originally from Wisconsin. She wanted to do powerlifting when she was in high school, but they cut the powerlifting due to budget cuts. So she had to do it after. So she started after college. This is her first nationals. Spotters and loaders step in for her safety. We are on second attempts for our flight on platform number 1, Flight B. We have 10 lifters. We are a minute and a half away from starting deadlifts on platform number 2 with our 84 and 84 plus lifters. At this time, I'd like to really quickly do a shout out for our sponsors to say thank you so much for sponsoring USA Powerlifting, especially our Nationals Week, where we have had our National Masters, our Bench Nationals, our Youth Nationals, and now our Open Nationals. Both Raw and Equipped have been contested this week. So thank you. Renaissance Periodization for all of our nutrition needs. SBD, A7, Stark Performance, to Rogue for all of the equipment, 110%. SSP, A7, and Team Roar. To all of our sponsors, thank you very much. All right, platform number 2 is getting ready for deadlift. Ladies and gentlemen, deadlift is when the bar is on the floor. Your job is to stand up with as much weight as you can. There are some technical requirements. You must lock your body out. Your knees must be locked and your shoulders must be pulled back. If you do not do that, while you may have finished the lift, you did not complete it according to the technical rules. The bar cannot go down and you cannot support the bar on your thighs and basically kind of push it up and anchor it. And then the third thing is you have to wait for the referee to tell you to put the bar down. So on the platform, opening our deadlift for flight for platform 2, the 84 kilo and 84 kilo plus, opening at 120 kilos. It looks like the bar was not loaded correctly, and so they need to change that out. Sarah Roddick is going to be our first lifter on platform 2 when we do start. On platform number 1, Billy Dennison has jumped up from 50 kilos to 100 kilos from her first or her second attempt. And when she drove it back into the rack. And it is 3 red lights. Unfortunately, it is a no lift at this time. Sarah Roddick, platform 2, opening deadlift, 120 kilos. And 3 white lights for Sarah with 264.5 on the board. She's going to total. There are 5 competitors in the 84 kilo class, 5 in the 84 plus. The bar is ready on platform 2 for Emily St. Germain, 125 kilos, 275 pounds. Jerry Fredrickson on platform number 1, going for her second attempt, 112.5, and the spotters and loaders stepped in for her safety. Platform 2, Emily St. Germain. Again, Emily just competed at Collegiate Nationals. In powerlifting, you are not allowed to drop the bar. You must maintain control of the bar to the floor. Sophia Vieras is on the platform number 1 for her second attempt bench press. She's bumped it up by 5 kilos. Chloe Cooper, platform number. Chloe unfortunately lost her balance and moved forward. That is a no lift for Chloe. Sophia, good lift for her. She gets 117.5 on her second attempt. Moving up to 125. No, I'm sorry. Trish Sutherland is choosing to repeat her opener at 125. The bar is ready simultaneously on both platforms. Stephanie Kay, platform 2, 160 for her opening deadlift, and that will be 352 pounds. Trish Sutherland on platform 1, her second attempt bench press is 125 kilos, 275 pounds. Trish is competing in the 63 kilo class. She's got the start signal, bringing the bar down, must wait for the press. Bar is back in the rack. And 3 white lights. Trish is successful with her second attempt. Stephanie Kay is on the platform. The clock is counting down. And the clock has run down for Stephanie. Stephanie is, she did not come out for her opening attempt deadlift. When they do not come out to the platform and do not complete the lift, then it is a no lift. We must let the 1 minute clock run down. Taylor LaChapelle on platform number 1. She has 140 kilos on the bar. She's in the first place position for the 63 kilo class, and she has 3 white lights. Up next is going to be Chloe Dublin. Chloe is in the 76 kilo class, or 167.5. Platform number 2, Chrissy Yamas just did 175. That was 385 pounds, and she has 3 white lights. So she is on the board with that. Christy is lifting in the 84 plus class. Chloe Dublin, platform 1. The bar is to her chest, 142.5. Working hard, locks it out. 3 white lights with 314 pounds, or 142.5. Chloe, now that puts her in the lead in the 76 kilo class. Up next is going to be Kelsey McCarthy. This is an American record attempt. It currently stands at 155. Priscilla Ribic owns this record, so she will be trying to take another of Priscilla's records. Camilla Todd successful with 175. On her opener, that was 385. Again, American record attempt, platform 1, Kelsey McCarthy in the 69 kilo class. For her safety, the spotters and loaders stepped in to assist. Natalie Hansen is on platform number 2. She is opening with 180 kilos, 396 pounds. Natalie is in the 84 class and the reigning world champion. So quick. So quick. 3 white lights for Natalie. She was successful with the 180 on platform number 1. Adriana Warota. Third attempt, 80 kilos, 176 pounds. Lifting in the 76 kilo class. 3 white lights. She is successful with repeating and getting that 100 kilos. The bar is loaded now on platform 2 to 200 kilos, 440 pounds for Lily Poso. This will put Lily into the 3rd place position in the 84 plus class. Easy up, easy down. 3 white lights. Lisa Hogan on platform number 1, working hard on that bench press. She elected to repeat her 2nd attempt for her 3rd. For her safety, the spotters and loaders stepped in. She is credited with 92.5 kilos for a good bench press. Bar is loaded for 227.5 kilos for Bonica Brown, who's coming out lifting raw. No supportive suit for the deadlift. I'm sorry. Bonica's coming out to do her deadlift, not her bench press. And she stands it up, locks it out. 227.5. Good lift. Megan Rosenwald worked really, really hard on platform 1 for that 100 kilos. Unfortunately for her safety, the spotters and loaders did step in to assist her. Billy Dennison bumping up 2.5 kilos from 100 to 102.5. Becky Holcomb finishing out our opening attempt deadlifts with 235 kilos. She is currently in 2nd place. When she completes this deadlift, it will cement 2nd place. Billy Dennison, platform 1, 102.5 kilos, 225 pounds. For this, the Alaska State Chair. Becky up. Becky has it back down. Don't blink, you'll miss it. good lift. And Billy just blasted that bar back to the ceiling. And it was a good lift by a split decision with 1 yellow card from the side referee. Platform 2. Chloe Cooper has elected to repeat her opener at 135. The bar is ready and the clock will be started. She has 1 minute to come out on the platform and pull. The deadlift is unique in that you do not have to wait for the chief referee. Within that 1 minute, you walk on the platform, grab the bar, and stand up with it. Now, Chloe was successful in pulling it. She just lost her balance at the top. So let's just hope that she's able to be stable this time. There we go. And Jerry Fredrickson on the platform with her. And she is successful with that third attempt bench press. She came back from her second and got it. And Chloe Cooper got her opening attempt bench deadlift on her second attempt. She did that very convincingly. On the platform now, Sarah Roddick from Wisconsin, 135 kilos, 297 pounds. Referees say 3 white lights. Platform number 1. We are finishing up our third attempts. Sophia Vieras from Connecticut in the 63 kilo class has bumped up another 5 kilos, 122.5. And locks it out. Really nice lifting. 2-1 decision with a yellow card from the side referee. But all that matters is she has 2 white lights and it is a good lift. On the platform, platform 2 at 137.5 kilos, Emily St. Germain. Lifting in the 84 kilo class. This is 303 pounds. Again, for deadlift, the bar is called ready. The lifter walks out on the platform. You stand up with as much weight as you can. Wait for the referee, lock it, and then wait for the referee to say down. Platform number 1, Trish Sutherland is on the platform. And the spotters and loaders, again for the lifter's safety, assisted with the finishing, putting it into the rack. Taylor LaChapelle is our last 63 kilo lifter. The bar is ready. Now Taylor owns the American record at this weight class. She owns it at 150 kilos, but she's being conservative today. She's only doing 145. 145 kilos, 319. The bar is ready on platform 2 for Stephanie Kay. The clock is running down. It's at 20 seconds. And Taylor locked it out, and it is 3 white lights for Taylor. She is in the first place position. And the clock has now run down for Stephanie Kay, and it is a no lift. We're moving to Christy Yamas of 182. Christy, I hope I'm saying your last name correctly. 182.5 kilos for Christy, and that is 402, and she's lifting in the 84 plus class. She was successful at 175. Chloe Dublin on the platform, 76 kilo class, 150 kilos on the bar. That is 330 pounds. Three white lights for Chloe. Kelsey McCarthy is finishing out the bench press on platform number 1. Kelsey is lifting in the 69 kilo class. Christy locked out that deadlift on platform 2, 182.5. That was 402, and it was a good lift. Up next is going to be Camila Todd, 185, 407. Camila's a high school teacher, and she wanted to do a shout out to her Wampus Cat powerlifters. Kelsey McCarthy, platform 1, 175. Kelsey McCarthy with a new American record. Reset it by 20 kilos with a split decision, 2-1. Camila Todd on platform number 2, 185 kilos. This is 407 pounds for this high school teacher who is working on her second master's. Up next is going to be Natalie Hansen, 192.5 or 424 and change pounds. Natalie is originally from Alaska, but moved down to Colorado. Pulling it. As soon as the bar is set for platform number 1, they will set it for a 10-minute clock for a 10-minute break. And then when that 10-minute break is done, we will come back to platform 1 and we will start up with our deadlifts. Platform 2, currently we are finishing up our second attempts. Lily Poso is the next lifter, 210 kilos. This is 462 pounds. She is in the third place at this time. This now gives her a total of 612. Up next is going to be Bonica Brown. She opened 227.5 kilos. She's lifting raw. She's not even wearing a belt. She's that strong. Bonica has been lifting since she was a teenager and has been setting records every time she goes on the platform. One of those wonderful class people that you love meeting in powerlifting. And she finishes it up, 232.5 kilos. That's 512 pounds. That gives her a total of 737.5. That puts her in first place for the 84 plus. Our final second attempt is going to be Becky Holcomb. Becky loves the deadlift. She's got a 690 total at this time. She's wanting to bump it up to 700. She's lifting in the 84 kilo plus class, and this is 540 pounds, 245 kilos. Good fight. Finish it out. And the referees say 3 white lights. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finishing up deadlift. We are starting third attempt deadlift. Now you'll notice that the spotters and loaders will clean the bar before every single lifter going into third attempt deadlift. It's one of our rules. You'll also, this is when you might have a lifting order change as the lifters are, this is where the strategy comes in. You can change your third attempt deadlift twice, so long as your name has not been called to come to the platform. On the platform right now, Chloe Cooper, 145 kilos. Remember on her first one, she stumbled just a little bit. Now, I want to bring one thing to your attention. Chloe's our youngest competitor here. Chloe is 16 years old. 16 years old, just competed also at the high school national championship just 3 weeks ago in Aurora, Colorado. So she is here. She is doing a great job. So we've got a 16-year-old who is lifting in our championship up to a 74-year-old. It does not matter what your age is on the calendar. It matters how strong you are. Can you meet the qualifying total? And by golly, Chloe came out. She proved she deserved to be here at the Open Nationals as a 16-year-old lifter. Well done, Chloe. Emily St. Germain, that was a good effort at 150 kilos. Unfortunately, it wasn't there today. The gravity monster just reached up and didn't let go and pulled back a little bit harder than she did. But Emily is credited with a 402.5 kilo total. That's 887.5. Or a warm-up. All right, Sarah Roddick from Wisconsin on the platform, 150 kilos. She's successful. Sarah is finishing it up with 520 on her total and in first place currently in the 84 kilo class. Stephanie she finishes out the day with a 520 kilo total and first place in the 84 kilo class. Emily St. Germain finishes second place in the 84 kilo class with a 402 total. The bar is ready for Stephanie Kay in the 84 kilo class, repeating her opening attempt. We are at 4 minutes, and then we start deadlift on platform number 1. That will be our 47 kilo class, 52 kilo class, and 57 kilo class in our opening group. Stephanie Kay, the clock is running down. 10 seconds left. And Stephanie did not come out for her third attempt, so that is a no lift. We're going to be moving to Camila Todd now. Camila has asked for a 187.5 kilos. That's 413 pounds. She is currently in the third place, and this will keep her in the third place. All right, we're less than 3 minutes from starting deadlift on platform number 1. And Sue Elwin will be opening with 105 kilos. But for now, Camila Todd will be the next lifter. Platform 2 with 205 kilos or 451 pounds. Well, no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. So there have been some weight changes that were put in. As I said, on third attempt deadlift, you can change your weight twice. So there is a change. Next up is going to be Natalie Hansen. She's repeating at 192.5. Following her will be Christy Yamas at 192.5. So Camila had asked for 205, but because Natalie and Christy have changed their weight, they're going to be lifting first. We always load the bar from lightest to heaviest, and if we have multiple people who are asking for the same weight, then we go by their lot number, and that is randomly assigned prior to the competition. We use the randomly assigned lot number as the order for weigh-in, as well as when we have multiple people who ask for the same weight. So that is how Natalie is determined to lift before Christy, although they both have requested the same weight on the bar. The bar is loaded at 192.5. The clock is running for Natalie at 25 seconds left. We are almost to 1 minute, and then we start on platform number 1. I see on the score sheet that Rebecca Holcomb has decided to pass on her third attempt deadlift. She is going to finish out the meet in second place with an even 700 kilo total. Natalie has timed out at 192.5. The bar is loaded for Christy now. The bar is ready on platform 1 for Sue Elwin. She's lifting 231 pounds at 74 years old and lifting in the 47 kilo class. On the platform, Christy Yamas, 192.5. And unfortunately, the gravity monster was there for her. You never know what you can do until you give it a shot. The bar is ready now for Camila Todd. Camila is on the platform. Jenna Weinstein is on platform number 1, opening with 264 pounds to 120 kilos, and she's lifting raw. Camila Todd on platform 2. Jenna stands up. She gets the down signal. The bar is down. And 3 white lights. And Camila working hard for that. 205. This is Camila's second meet for the week. She did compete earlier, and that was a no lift for Camila on her third attempt, but she did place second earlier this week on Wednesday when she competed with the Equipped Masters Nationals, and she set an American record on the squat. So this is her second national championship this week alone. Lily Poso is the next lifter at 225 kilos. That's 496 pounds. On platform number 1 is Natalie Dominguez, and Natalie is in first place. She's lifting in the 103-pound body weight class. She's successful with 125. That was 275 pounds. Lily is on platform number 2, and she stood up with it, and we are waiting for, and it's a good lift. Good lift for Lily. You can see that she was relieved to get that. That was 225 pounds, 225 kilos, 496 pounds. Lindsay Siemens on platform number 1, opening up 130 kilos. This is 286 pounds. Convincing, convincing, wouldn't you say? Just blew that up. Bonica Brown, platform 2, finishing out our deadlifts. She's got first place locked up. She's trying to bump it up by another 5 kilos. And she says, not today. She picked it up, she started up with it, and then she put it back down. Again, Bonica's lifting deadlift raw, no super suit, no supportive gear on that, and no belt. That's an incredibly strong young woman. Caitlin Mernicki is on platform number 1. We're turning all of our attention to platform number 1 now. Opening up 140 kilos, 308 pounds. Boom, there you go. Don't blink, you will miss it. So, ladies and gentlemen, on deadlift, the bar is on the floor. In my opinion, this is the most useful of all the lifts. When it's time to move the furniture in my house, I want you to be able to bend down, get your hands underneath my couch, and everybody help stand up with it. So, the name of the game with deadlift is the bar is on the floor, stand up with as much weight as you can, but you must lock your knees, your shoulders must be back. The bar cannot go back down, and you cannot support the bar on your thighs and basically kind of hitch it up. And then you must wait for the chief referee to give you the signal to put it down. The other thing in powerlifting that is unique to our sport, you cannot, you may not, you must not drop the bar. You must remain in contact with it the entire time. We've got the 47 kilo class, the 52 kilo class, and the 57 kilo class going in this flight. We've got 10 lifters. We've got 3 lifters in the 47 kilo class, and the top of the body weight of that is 103.6. We have 2 that are lifting in the 52 kilo class, or the 111. Katrin Kazabuski on the platform, 175 kilos. That's 385, and that opener for this 52 kilo class person is It was a good lift for Katrin Kazabuski. There was a slight delay while we were waiting for the lights and the lift and the scoring system. Thank you for your patience. Up next on the platform is going to be Kimberly Johnson. Kimberly is lifting in the 57 kilo class, or 125 pound class. All right, Kimberly. Up, down. 3 white lights for Kimberly at 175 kilos. That was successful at 385, and she is lifting in the 125 pound class. That is literally 3 times her body weight. Up next on the platform is going to be Skyly Sears. And Skyly is also with the Midland University team, who lifted at the Collegiate Nationals just 2.5 months ago. Good lift, good opener at 175. The bar is ready for Joe Del Patino. Jodell is in the second place with that lift, 177.5 kilos of 391. She's cementing it. All right, we're going back to our second attempts now. Sue Elwin is starting our second attempts. She's called for 120 kilos, 264 pounds. She's 74 years old. And she weighs less than 103. She's been lifting since she was, goodness, she says since forever. She can't count. She started lifting in 1976, and she says she can't count the number of national and world titles that she has won. When you're a good athlete, you're a good athlete. She's from here in Florida. 120 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, 264 pounds for that 74-year-old female competitor, lifting in the 47 kilo class, weighing less than 103. While we're setting the bar for our raw lifter, Jenna Weinstein, I'd like to give a shout out again for our sponsors, Stark Performance, A7, 110%, SSP, SBD, Renaissance Periodization, and Team Roar. Thank you all to our sponsors. Jenna Weinstein on the platform, successful with 127.5 kilos. That's 281. She just jumped that up by 15 more pounds on her total. So she is sitting currently in the 5th place for the 57 kilo class. Natalie Dominguez, she's sitting in the 1st place at this time. This will cement it even more. She has a 375.5 kilo total because remember she did do that American record bench press on her 3rd. She's trying to bump this up by 10 more kilos. And it was a split decision for a good lift. On the platform, Lindsay Siemens. She's bumping it up from 130 to 135 kilos. From 286 to 297. She's lifting in the 47 kilo class. Remember, the most she can't weigh more than 103.6. So she is lifting a tremendous amount. 297 pounds compared to her body weight of less than 103. Good lift. Caitlin Mernicki is up next. She's bumped up from 140 to 147.5. She's currently in 4th place with 405 on her total. She's lifting in the 57 kilo class. She was successful with 165, and she was successful on her squat and successful with 100 on her bench. She's 27 years old, and she's out of Georgia. 3 white lights bumps that total up another 7.5 kilos or 15 pounds. The bar is ready. Elma Lopez, 52 kilo class. She's bumped up 12 and a half kilos. She went from 145. She went from 319 to 347. I think she likes this lift. And it was 3 white lights for Elma. She finished that out. And now Elma with that pull, she has a total of 445, and her qualifying total coming into nationals was 442. So Elma has established a new personal new record on her total. Catherine Kazabuski on the platform. She's asked for 180 kilos. It sadly was a no lift at this time. All right, we're going to add 2.5 kilos to the bar. Skylee Sears is up next. And Skylee is lifting in the 57 kilo class. Remember, they cannot weigh more than 125. They have to be between 114 and 125. She goes to Midland University. She's being coached by Mike Zawalinski at this time. It was a good effort. The gravity monster reached up, grabbed, and held on a little bit tighter than she did. Going to 185 for Kimberly Johnson in the 57 kilo class. Kimberly Johnson. Bumped up 10 kilos to 407. 185 kilos. Bumped up 10 kilos to 185. And it's a good lift. All right, so Kimberly is in first place in the 57 kilo class. Second place is going to be Jodelle, who's coming up right behind her. She has asked for 190 on the bar. So this is our heaviest deadlift in this flight. This is 418 pounds for a 57 kilo person. She only weighs she weighs less than 125, and she's pulling 420. Three white lights for Jodelle. Successful with 190. We are starting our deadlifts, our third attempt deadlifts, final deadlifts for Flight A. Sue Elwin is going to lead us off with 125 kilos, 275 pounds. She's in third place in the 47 kilo class. It's her third national championship this week alone. She already did the Raw Masters on Monday. She did the Equipped Masters on Wednesday. And now she's doing the Open Nationals today. 74-year-old Sue Elwin lifting in the 47 kilo class, deadlifting 125 kilos or 275 pounds. And it was a good lift for Sue. 275. She finishes the day with a 262.5 total. Ladies and gentlemen, altogether, that's a 578-pound total for someone who weighs less than 103. Jenna Weinstein on the platform asked for 135 kilos, and this is 297 pounds. She's lifting raw, our only raw competitor during this competition. All right, up next is going to be Lindsay Siemens, our third competitor in the 47 kilo class. She's asked for 137.5. She's currently in second place. This will cement second place. She already has a 337.5 kilo total. She's looking to bump it up to 340. Out of Georgia. And 3 wide lights for Lindsay. Lindsay finishes the day in second place with a 340 kilo total. Natalie Dominguez is your leader in the 47 kilo class. She's got a total of 385.5 from her bench American record. Finishing up the day with 142.5, and it looks like not today, but she is going to finish the day with 385.5. Caitlin Bernicki of Georgia up on the platform, 150 kilos, 330 pounds. She's currently in fourth. She would maintain fourth with this meet, with this lift. Three wide lights, she finishes out a good day. Elma Lopez is our lifter in the 52 kilo class. She currently has 445 kilos. This would give her a 455. If she does this, that now puts her ahead of Catherine Kazabuski, who has a 452.5. Not able to finish it, but so she does maintain second place. And Elma finishes out the meet with a 445, challenging for first place. Catherine Kazabuski has a 452. She's asked for a repeat of her second attempt at 180. And the bar is ready for Catherine. The bar is ready for Kat. That was a 396 kilo deadlift for someone who is competing in the 114-pound weight class. Next up, we're going to have Skylee Sears. She's asked to repeat her second attempt from 182.5. She is in the third place position in the 57 kilo class with a 477.5 total. This would give her a 485. So she's going to finish it out with a 477.5, and she will continue on in third place. All right. Kimberly Johnson has asked for 190 kilos. Kimberly has a 525.5, and this would give her a 530.5. She is currently in the first place of the 57 kilo class, and this would give her 530. She did complete an American record bench press of 143, which is why it's not an even multiple. And now we wait for the lights. It is 3 white lights. She finishes the day with 530.5. Now, the question is Jodelle Patino, who had asked for, who can change her weight, will she try to go to 532? No, ladies and gentlemen, Jodelle has asked for an American record deadlift. The current deadlift stands at 205, and 63 kilo class leader Taylor Chappelle is the one who owns it. Taylor Chappelle owns the deadlift record in the 57 kilo class at 205. So Jodelle Patino has asked for 205.5 to go for an American record. And with that, that would give her a 533 total. That would then give her first place. So not only is an American record on the line, but also the first place, the gold medal, is on the line with this pull. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get behind her. Oh, what a great effort that was. What a great effort that was. That was our final deadlift for the A flight. We are now moving to B flight. This is going to be our 69 kilos. 63 kilos and 76. We've got 4 lifters in the 63 kilo class. Kelsey McCarthy in the 69 class. And then we've got 5 lifters in the 76 pound class. Opening up is going to be Billy Dennison, 130 kilos. This is 286. Billy is competing in the 76 kilo class. She is our Alaska State Chair. That's a long way to come for nationals, from Alaska all the way down to Florida. And she owned that with a split decision. Next up is going to be Adriana Walrota. Remember, she only started 5 years ago when she was in Racine, starting off in Wisconsin. Gives a shout out to mom and dad. She's currently in 5th place. With the opening deadlift, she cements that. Megan Rosenwald is our 76 kilo class on platform 1, opening with 152.5. 336, that's a good lift. Megan is also a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo. And she wants to give a shout out to her husband, who goes to all the meets with her and helps her to carry her bag and supports her. Next up, we've got Jerry Fredrickson on the platform. Jerry is lifting. She is also competing with the Midland team, Midland University. So we have a lot of collegiate lifters here, ladies and gentlemen. Originally from Wisconsin. $165, successful with that. That is 363. Trish Sutherland on the platform, opening with 175 kilos. This is 385. This will give her a 490 total. It's a split decision with a good lift. And with that, she gets a 490 total, which is already 10 kilos more than her qualifying total for this championship. Next up is going to be Lisa Hogan. She's opening at 180 kilos. This is 396. And this will give her a 462 total. So that was a no lift. The two side referees gave blue cards, which again indicates that the bar either went down or the bar was supported on your legs. And you cannot do that in the deadlift. It must be one continuous pull. You must lock your knees, your shoulders must be back, and you must wait for the referee to give you the signal down. Sofia Vieras is our next lifter. She's also in the 63 kilo class. She's opening with 182.5 kilos, 402. This will give her a 507 kilo total, which just blows her qualifying total for this meet of 492 out of the water. That's a 15 kilo increase over her previous total. So way to go, Sophia. Just blows it out of the water. Next up is going to be Kelsey McCarthy in the 69 kilo class. She is opening with 195. I need to just take just a moment and do a real quick shout out. Kimberly Johnson had such a great day. She went 9 for 9. Every single lift counted. Well done, Kimberly. Well done. On the platform, Kelsey McCarthy from the 69 kilo class, opening up with 195. This is 430 pounds. And it is a good lift by a split decision with one referee giving the blue card. Since this is the first year that we have had the 69 kilo class, I would venture to say that this is the first year that Kelsey McCarthy has competed at the 69 kilo class. On the platform is Taylor Chappelle, who moved from 57 and owns a lot of those records up to 63. And she was successful at 205. The bar is loaded now for Chloe Dublin at 205. This is 451 pounds. Chloe is lifting in the 76 kilo class. This will give Chloe a total of 575, which is only 2.5 kilos off of her best. And Chloe is completed. We are now starting our second attempts. Second attempts on platform 1 with deadlift. We'd really like to say thank you to our sponsors, A7 Strongwear, Demand Greatness, Team Roar, SSP Nutrition, on the platform, Billy Dennison, her second attempt, 142.5. This is 314 pounds. This is our Alaska state share. Three white lights for Billy Dennison. Billy is currently in the third place in the 76 kilo division. She's already beat her qualifying total. She's added an extra 25 kilos to that qualifying total now. Adriana Huerta is on the platform, 76 kilos. She's already tied her best total. This now bumps it up an extra 10, so her best total is now 365 kilos. Adriana is sitting in the 5th place position. Megan Rosenwald, 76 kilo division, bumped up 7.5 kilos from 152 to 160. That gives us 352 on the bar. She's currently in 4th place. This would keep her in 4th place. With 3 white lights. And Megan has increased her best total by 15 kilos from 402 up to 417.5. On the platform, Jerry Fredrickson. She's increased her deadlift. Her opener was at 165. She's gone up to 170. She's currently in 2nd place in the 76 kilo division class. And that one did not go up as well for her. So she has credit for 165 at this time. Again, a continued shout out to our sponsors, Team Roar, Stark Performance Massage Therapy, Rogue for all of your equipment needs, 110, SSP for our nutrition needs, Renaissance Periodization for nutritional programming, SSP for your supplements. They test for 483 drug test banned drugs. Lisa Hogan on the platform, repeating her opening attempt for 180. This time she has 3 white lights, so she has that on the board. Trish Sutherland on the platform, lifting in the 63 kilo class. Three wide lights, and that bumps her total up to now 495 kilos. She came into this competition with 480 as her best. That's a 15 kilo increase. On the platform, Sophia Vieras. Sophia's out of Connecticut. She was successful with 182.5, which is 403, and she's bumped it up 10 kilos to 424. She is sitting in second place in the 63 kilo class, and she now has a 517 kilo total, which just totally, by 25 kilos, blows her qualifying total of 492 out of the water. She now has a 517 new best total. On the platform now is going to be Kelsey McCarthy. Kelsey set that American record on her third attempt bench press, just adding 20 kilos to it. First time competing in the 69 kilo class. She's looking to bump that total from 424 to 624 to 639. She's lifting in the 69 kilo class, which means she had to weigh less than 152. This is 210 that she just pulled off the floor with such ease, 462 pounds. That was 3 times body weight. On the bar, Taylor LaChapelle, 63 kilo class, 215 kilos. This is 473 pounds for someone who is weighing less than 139. Three white lights. On the platform, finishing it up, final second attempt, Chloe Dublin, 222.5. 490 pounds, we're 10 pounds shy of 500. Three white lights for Chloe. So first place leaders right now in the 63 kilo class is Taylor LaChapelle with a 592.5 kilo total. In the 69 kilo class is Kelsey McCarthy, 639.5. And then in the 76 kilo class is Chloe Dublin with 592.5 kilos. We're starting third attempt deadlifts now for B flight, which is our 63, 69, and 76 kilo class. Adriana Huerta, 150 kilos on the bar, 330. She's currently in fifth place with 365 kilos. But she's already increased her personal total by 10 kilos to 365. And that now gives her another 5 kilos on that, with 370 for her new personal best in the 76 kilo division. Congratulations, Adriana. Up next is going to be Billy Dennison, Alaska State Chair. She's asked for 150 also. This is a 7.5 kilo increase over her second attempt. She's currently working with a 425 kilo total, which is already 25 kilos over her previous. She's looking to add another 7.5 kilos to that. This is 330 pounds on the bar for someone who weighs less than a... It was a good effort. Good effort, Billy. Bar is ready for Megan. $167.5 kilos, 369 pounds. We'll make it 370. It came off the floor, it went up, and then it got away from her a little bit. She finishes the day with a 417.5 kilo total. And that is 15 kilos more than her previous coming into this. There you go, Jerry. Come on, finish it out. Jerry worked really hard for that. Let's see what the referees say. It was a split decision. It is a no lift, 2-1. On the platform, Tricia Sutherland. Tricia's in the third place with a 495 kilo total. She's lifting in the 63 kilo class, and she has added 15 kilos to her personal best. And that was a no lift. Up next is going to be Lisa Hogan on the platform, 63 kilos. Lisa is asked for 195 kilos of 429 pounds. Lisa Hogan on the platform, 195 kilos. She's currently in fourth place. She's looking to increase her total. Let's see what the referees say. 3 wide lights, she has increased her total. So Lisa, she's increased her total from 470 to 477.5, finishing out the day with a really strong 195 kilo deadlift. Up next is going to be Sophie Vieras, who is in second place in the 63 kilo class. She currently has a 517.5 kilo total. She's asked for 202.5, which is 446. That was better than 3 times body weight that she was asking for. Sophia does finish out the day with a 517.5, and that her previous best was 492.5, so she totally blew that new total out of the water. Taylor LaChapelle up next, our leader in the 63 kilo class and owns many of the American records in the 57 kilo class. She moved up this year. She's at 222.5. This is 490, and this is 3.5 times body weight. 3.5 times body weight, 3 white lights, and with that, she finishes out with an even 600 total, and Taylor went 9-4-9. 3 squats, 3 benches, 3 deadlifts, did a great job, masterful choosing of the weights, and finished out with a 3.5 time body weight deadlift to finish with a 600 kilo total. And again, an American record set on bench press, going from 125 to 155. I'm sorry, 125 to 145, just resetting it. I'm sorry, I was incorrect. There was someone else. Kelsey McCarthy is our final lifter in the 69 kilo class. This is better than 3 times body weight, and the top of the body weight class is 152 kilos. She's got a 369.5 because Kelsey was the one who set that new American record 20 kilos heavier from 155 to 175. This is 222.5 kilos or 490 pounds. Oh. 490 pounds. That's what it took. Well done, Kelsey. What a heck of a day it was watching you compete. First place in the 69 kilo class in the 2021 USA Powerlifting Women's Equipped Nationals is Kelsey McCarthy with a total of 639.5. We are finishing our deadlifts with Chloe Dublin. Chloe Dublin is in the 76 kilo class. She wants that crowd wrapped in. This is an American record attempt. This is an American junior record attempt. 237.5. Oh, what an effort, what an effort. Did she? Oh, 3 red lights. 2 of them gave it with the blue card and 1 gave it for the yellow card. Ladies and gentlemen, that finishes out our deadlifting, our lifting for the 2021 Equipped Women's Nationals at the 2021 USA Powerlifting National Championship. Again, we'd really like to say thank you to our sponsors. SBD for your support. A7, Demand Greatness. SSP Supplements. Stark Performance. Team Roar. Renaissance Periodization for all of your nutritional programming needs, and A7. Thank you so much for your support of USA Powerlifting. It has been absolutely invaluable. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to watch this phenomenal lifting with you. Hang around. We've got the Women's Hall of Fame coming up, and then we are going to presentation, and then we're going to have the men lifting in the afternoon. Have a great day.